Forget everything you've rehearsed in the mirror about the perfect opener. The real conversation begins 4 full seconds before your lips move. Lock onto her left eye, yes, only the left, and let your gaze settle there like you've just found the only quiet seat on a crowded train. Neurochemically, that side of her face plugs straight into her brain's oxytocin faucet. One calm, unhurried blink from you, and the love hormone starts dripping into her bloodstream like morphine on a timer. But the trick is not to stare like a hypnotist. Instead, breathe once, let your shoulders drop, and allow the corner of your eye to crinkle as if you're remembering a private joke that somehow includes her. In that instant, she doesn't just see you, she registers being seen. The difference between a man who looks at a woman and a man who looks into her. Hold it for 3 heartbeats, look away deliberately, never accidentally, then glance back as if the second look surprised even you. The whole exchange takes less than 5 seconds, yet inside her head, you've just moved from background noise to 3D foreground, and the door you thought was bolted is now ajar. While every other guy is Googling best pickup lines, you're about to become the sequel to her favorite memory she hasn't lived yet, by choosing a single scent that turns your absence into a ghost she wants to re-haunt. Ditch the loud locker room cloud. Instead, pick one understated fragrance that smells like the emotion you most want her to feel when she thinks of you. Cedar and white tea if you want to feel like a secret library, or vetiver and black pepper if you want to taste like midnight danger. Spray once on the sternum, heat rises, and once on the back of the neck so the scent enters and exits her space only when you turn your head, creating a dopamine breadcrumb trail. Hours later, when the Uber drops her home, she'll catch that identical note on a stranger's jacket, and her own body will flashcard her back to the warmth above your heartbeat. Fragrance is the only time travel hack we own. It lets you walk out of the room and still keep talking to her limbic brain for free, 24/7. Nerves are just excitement that hasn't been told where to sit yet. So before you see her, borrow your brain's biochemical steering wheel for 14 deliberate minutes. First, swallow 200 milligranulars of L-theanine, the green tea amino that smooths the jagged edge of caffeine without sedating you. Then ring someone who already loves you, mom, college roommate, army buddy, and let them answer. You don't need advice, you need the vocal imprint of "I matter," which drops cortisol by up to 23% in under a minute. While you're listening, roll your shoulders back and down in slow circles. This tells the vagus nerve you're safe, which flips the parasympathetic switch from hunt to be hunted. Finish with 30 seconds of box breathing and 1 cold splash on your carotid arteries. The sudden temperature dip spikes norepinephrine just enough to make your pupils sparkle, but not tremor. When you step out of the car, you won't be a guy trying to sell her your personality. You'll be the same grounded version of you that showed up to your high school graduation, calm, curious, and already enough. Dinner and a movie is a cardboard stage set. You need a living memory that kidnaps her pulse. Pick one micro-adventure that injects 30–70% of the adrenaline she'd feel on a roller coaster. Indoor rock climbing, a hidden speakeasy that needs a password, a nighttime kayak under the city's neon bridge, anything that forces synchronous spikes in heartbeat and uncertainty. Psychologists call it misattribution of arousal. Her body can't tell if it's the rope bridge sway or your hand steadying her elbow that's making blood roar in her ears, so it credits the nearest available stimulus, you. Keep the conversational ratio at 30% you, 70% her. Ask for sensory details. What did the air smell like when you first moved here? So her brain recreates the scene and literally relives it aloud while you watch. Touch is introduced as punctuation, not prose. An open palm under her elbow when the step is slick, 2 fingers to the outside of her shoulder when the crowd surges. Then retreat, letting the vacuum invite her to close the gap. By the time you drive her home, her body has filed you under shared survival, a category normally reserved for childhood friends and soldiers. Indifference is no longer on the menu. Most men audition for the next date. You're going to audition for the inside of her head for the next 3 days. When the night ends, walk her to the door, hold eye contact for 1 full elevator pitch length second, then break it yourself. Look down at your shoes as if the ground just said something profound. Offer a hug that lasts exactly one inhale and exhale. Release first, turning your torso 15 degrees so the hug tapers instead of crashes. No kiss, no, we should do this again. Just a quiet, I had a better time than I expected, delivered while you're already half turned to leave. That asymmetry, warmth plus withdrawal, creates what behavioral economists call an open loop. Her brain hates unfinished stories and will replay the night hunting for resolution. The next day, send no messages. Let the silence inflate like a balloon she keeps expecting to pop. On day 2, drop one context-specific text that references a private joke from the adventure. The coffee shop is still playing our song. I think it's stalking us. By day 3, she's picturing you in motion, smelling your scent on a stranger and checking her phone more than her socials. Proof that attraction was never about persuasion, it was about punctuation, and you just became the question mark she can't stop answering. So bookmark this script, pick the tactic that feels most like the man you're becoming, and test drive it this week. When she finally texts back first, or lingers that half-second longer in your next hug, you'll know the shift wasn't magic. It was chemistry you chose to create. Go own the room, own your presence, and above all, own your peace.